Alright, YouTube says I'm live, so I must be live. Internet never lies, right? Welcome in. This is Dave Hanging with Dave. It's a little talk show I do on the weekends here, mainly for the subscribers of the channel. I talk about a little bit of tech news when possible. I go over the comments that came in over the past week or so. I try to do it every weekend. I haven't missed very many since I started. I try to do it every Saturday morning here at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Um, Little disclaimers here. I do drink my cold Budweiser while I do the show. Also, I do cuss a little bit. I try to keep it under wraps. I try not to do it too much. Cheers, y'all. I am a truck driver by trade, so cussing just kind of comes out from time to time. But anyways, today's episode, I really didn't have time to do much in the way of tech news, which the biggest thing right now is the 10th gen coming out for Intel, which I've covered that on the channel before. So I really didn't want to cover that too much more this week. I had quite a few comments come in, and I also do have some about the channel and whatnot coming up. Channel updates, I guess you could call it. Which I'll get into that after I get done with the comments here and answer them the best that I can with the comments. So I guess we ought to go ahead and just jump right on into the comments. Let me get you flipped over here if I can. Figure this thing out. There we go. Alright, and if I butcher your guys' name while I'm doing these comments, you have to forgive me a little bit. I'm not very good with English language, let alone some of these YouTube handles that people come up with. So please overlook me. We have 6 days ago call. That was on episode 24 of Hanging with Dave. It says awesome video, really liked it. Want to be friends? Sure, we can be friends. Why not? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comment. We got pump action 5 days ago. Gigabyte B450 DS3H motherboard BIOS. Did I break my motherboard? With the Ryzen 5 2400 and F50, I am good or need an older BIOS. You can run about any BIOS you want. Updating the BIOS will give you a little bit better performance in most cases. You know, your CPU will boost a little bit higher and whatnot. I recommend updating the BIOS. I mean, you're good with the F50. F50 is the newest one out. Older BIOS, I mean, if you're on the latest, F50 is the latest as far as I know. I haven't checked in a while. That should be the latest. As long as everything's running good, I don't see why you should want to run an older BIOS. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment. Jelly 21, I guess that'd be. XX1, I guess that's Roman numerals, I reckon, 5 days ago. How to update the ASRock motherboard BIOS. Thank you. My BIOS before wouldn't let me get my RAM to the full potential. It was only running 1333. Now it's on 3000 megahertz. Well, I'm glad I could help you. I'm glad that worked out for you and you was able to get the potential out of your RAM that you have. Thanks for watching and thanks for the comment. JB, 5 days ago, how to overclock the Ryzen 7 2700 with the AMD Ryzen software. Can't you increase your voltage a tad to get a higher stable core speed? When I was doing that video, I was only pushing, I'm thinking it was only like 3.5, maybe 3.7 on the volts. I could have pushed it. AMD recommends you go up to 4.5. The software itself will actually let you go up to 5.5. I could have increased it a little bit more. especially on these budget motherboards like the Gigabyte B450 motherboard that I was using at the time. Because of the VRMs on them, I don't like to push them to the max of what you could push it, but I could have. And I could have possibly got a little bit better overclock out of it if I would have pushed it to the max. But, you know, with the budget motherboards like that, you know, because that Gigabyte's just about one of the cheapest B450 motherboards you can get. You know, the voltage regulators and whatnot ain't quite up to snuff. They ain't quite strong enough. So I don't like pushing them to what the max is on them. And of course, you know, with any overclock, you know, you may overclock it today and get a good overclock today, and within a year you may have to go in and turn it back some because you're starting a blue screen or something. It's just the derogation of the ports, you know what I mean? They just get weaker over time. Yeah, I probably could have got a little bit higher if I would have upped my voltage a little bit, but that's why I didn't up my voltage. I don't like running it all the way up to the max of what they say that you could do. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment. Shinichi Gosh, I guess, 5 days ago. How to update the BIOS on the Gigabyte B450 DS3H motherboard. I have a Ryzen 2600. Will I get any ratings by updating the BIOS in the same motherboard? Depending on what BIOS you have, the BIOS is good for upping the clocks that will automatically turbo up to when it overclocks itself, especially on the Ryzen 2000 series processor, 3000 processors. You can see some big improvements depending on what BIOS you're on and how old your BIOS actually is. And then it also, you know, it makes for better compatibility for RAM in most cases. You know, whenever you look up the BIOSes on the side under the description, you can't tell you what they improve on most of the time. Some of the time you'll have to actually look it up a little bit deeper than what it says right there on that page. But yeah, you could probably get a little bit better performance out of that 2600 by updating that BIOS. Like I said, it depends on how old your BIOS actually is. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment. 4 days ago, Happy Hands, he commented on how to disable the onboard graphics on the Gigabyte B450 DS3H motherboard. Simple and helpful. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching. Thanks for the comment. I'm glad you found it helpful. I try to keep my videos pretty well straight to the point. I try not to add too much into it. We got some comments coming in the chat. Aspen Dixon, yo, what's up, Dave? How's it hanging? No, it's a hanging in there, Aspen. How about yourself, buddy? Doing pretty good. I'm glad you could join me on this weekend. I'm glad to see you made it to the show today. It's hanging pretty good. Not bad. But Happy Hands, thank you for watching. Thanks for the comment on that one. Let's see here. Mega above the, I guess the way you pronounce that. How to overclock the Ryzen 2400G on the Gigabyte B450 DS3H port 3. Hey, I just watched your video. Pretty helpful. And do I have to change my RAM frequency because I have a 2133 megahertz and I use a Gigabyte B450 Gaming X motherboard? You don't have to change it. You may see a little bit better frame rates in your games if you do kick it up. You know, if you can get up to, depending on the RAM kit you got, depending on how high it goes. I try to run the RAM at the highest frequency as I can. Depending on what your RAM is rated at, you may see some big changes if you overclock that RAM. Ryzen does like faster memory, you know, so it may do quite a bit. 2133 is pretty low for DDR4 memory, so I try to get up to at least 2933 or 3000. You know, like I said, depends on the RAM kit you have and what it's rated to handle. But I'd try. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment. Let's see here. Vinny Vicky. That was on the EVGA GeForce RTX 2070 Super Black Gaming unboxing and overview. Ugh, no backplate. What the WTF EVGA? At that price point, you have to have a backplate. LO00000 came back, replied to him. Black is the lowest price point other than the new KO, which are used lower end boards and ports. Yeah, for what I paid for that cord, I paid with taxes, shipping, and everything. Of course, I ordered it at the wrong time. I paid about $552 for that cord. I'd like to have seen it come with a back plate. But the guy that responded back's right too. That's the lowest level of EVGA cord. That's why it don't have a back plate. That's why it don't have lights on it. And the KO version uses lower end boards and ports on them. So yeah, I'd like to have a black back. Yeah, I would have rather had a back plate. For the price that I paid. Like I said, it's over $500 for a graphics card, but it is what it is. I could have spent a little bit more money, got me one with a back plate, but it's personal choice. And I ain't too much into the looks. My PC sits behind my desk. I never look at it. I look at the performance of what I can get out of the particular part, and the looks is kind of second nature to me. But thank you guys for watching, and thanks for the comments on that. What we got here? Bruce Fishley. How to update the BIOS on the Gigabyte B450H. Worked perfectly. Thank you so much. Well, you're welcome so much. I'm glad it helped you out. Thanks for watching the video, and thanks for the comment. Let's see here. RW, 3 days ago. How to upgrade the graphics card in the gaming PC in 2020. Awesome video, just a little dark. Maybe next time put some focus light. That's what we call them in Germany, right next to the camera. Yeah, after I read your comment, I went back and watched the video, and it is a little dark. I could have got a little bit better light down in there to show what was going on with it. I wish I would have now, but it is what it is. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment, and I'll keep that in mind. MT Connor, 3 days ago. How to update the BIOS on the Gigabyte B450 DS3H motherboard. Somehow you have built the most comprehensive video on this topic. Thanks, and keep them coming. Well, thank you. I'm glad I could help you out. I'm glad you think that it's a helpful video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment, and keep them coming. I plan on doing just that. I don't plan on giving up anytime soon. What else do we got here? We have Tate Hayland, 2 days ago. I was on the ViewSonic VA2759 SMH unboxing and overview. Does it work with Fire Stick and PS4? I really couldn't tell you, but it does have an HDMI port on the back, which PS4 does hook up through HDMI, and the Fire Stick also hooks up through HDMI. I don't have a PS4 or the Fire Stick, so I couldn't test it. I really couldn't tell you if it does or not. Sorry, I can't help you with your question. But thanks for the watch, and thanks for the comment. What else do we got here? We got Jagger, something like that. How to overclock your RAM on the Gigabyte B450M DS3H motherboard. When I click on auto, it doesn't do anything. When you click on the auto, it won't light up or nothing really. You just have to start typing in your numbers. It, you know, it don't like it. It ain't like it erases auto out of it or anything like that. Um, Whenever you click on the auto box, when you're overclocking your RAM, you just gotta start typing your numbers in. They'll start showing up as you type them in. I hope that helps you a little bit. Thanks for watching and thanks for the comment. What else do we got here? No giant, no JJ, Joel, I guess. How to update the B450M DS3H motherboard BIOS for the Ryzen 3000 CPU. I wanted to know if you could help me about the RAM memory. The BIOS I have, actually F41. Yeah, I could try to. I can give you at least a starting point on it. There is a video on the channel about how to overclock your RAM using XMP profile or going in and manually overclocking it. But yeah, I'll type back to you and see if you reply to me. I'll try to help you out the best I can, or I'll give you at least give you a place to start. You know, a lot of times when it comes to these technical questions about helping with this or helping with that or this or ain't happening or that, you know, I give you a good starting point and try to lead you in the right direction. But rather than that, you know, I do the best that I can. Yeah, I'll type back to you, and unless you're watching this morning and you want to type it in the chat over there, I'll try to answer it for you, or, you know, can help you about your RAM memory. It depends on what kind of help you're needing, but I'll try my best, bud. I'll hit you up here after the show today, and I'll reply back to you. Who else do we got? Bidley the Pirate. How to overclock your RAM on the Gigabyte B450M. I've got a Corsair LPX 16 gig 3200 megahertz kit running at 3200 by following this. Awesome video. And the settings from the Gigabyte QVL XMP was giving me blue screens of death. Just follow the exact steps in the video and use 15, 17, 17, 17, and 35 as your timing settings, and set your memory frequency to 3200. Well, I'm glad that video helped you out and got you up and going to where you should be going. They get that memory operating like it should. You should be able to see some pretty good performance. I don't know what that LPX kit actually runs at stock, but getting up to 3200 megahertz speed should do pretty good. I'm glad I could help you, and thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment. This next one I had to actually use Google Translate for. It's Brian27075. How to dedicate more RAM to the Ryzen integrated graphics on the Gigabyte B450 DS3H motherboard. I don't know exactly where he's from, but I couldn't read that language, so I had to look it up. Looks like he's Spanish. Says, I love you, old man. Thank yous. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. I'm glad it helped you do what you needed to do with dedicating more RAM to integrated graphics on the Ryzen processors. I love you back. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment on the video. Appreciate it. What else do we got here? Nikiwashi, I guess is the way you pronounce that. I don't know. Sorry, I know I'm butchering that one. How to overclock your RAM on the Gigabyte B450M DS3H motherboard. It says, thank you so much, man. Very helpful guides. I followed your BIOS update guide and now this one. Stay safe, and thanks again. Well, you stay safe as well. I'm glad you're finding my videos helpful. That's why I'm doing them. Try to help everybody out that, you know, that's looking for this kind of information on these on the computers and whatnot. And the BIOS and the overclocking of the RAM is something that's, you know, a lot of people that's in the tech industry they kind of overlook it because you take it for granted, which I've mentioned this before in some of my other videos. A lot of the stuff that I do, I take for granted because I do it so often, and I don't realize that, there's people out there that are just now getting into computers that don't know how to do all this stuff. So I try to cover some of the more advanced stuff, like the overclocking of the RAM, overclocking of the CPU, but I also hit the beginner is, trying to back up your data, trying to get into, your BIOS from from Windows, or stuff like that. I try to cover some of the more simpler stuff too, which they don't do as well as the overclocking and whatnot. But I still think it's important to get the information out there, and I try to do it as try to get all the information out there about it. But thank you for watching both videos. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate it. You stay safe as well. Let's see if we have any more comments here today. I doubt it, but we'll see. It looks like that's about all that we have. Google Translate, we can get rid of it. That's about it for the comments, it looks like. If anybody's watching, got any questions for me or comments for me, I'll take them now. There is a little bit of a delay between the time you guys type and the time I actually get to read them. But since the comments is over with and everything else, I guess it's time for the channel update, which I want to ask you all that's watching this. Well, if you're watching me live, if you're watching after it goes to the video. I know a lot of people that subscribe to this channel is through the tech stuff. They really ain't into the gaming aspect of it. And I also have people that subscribe because of the gaming. It's kind of a business decision, I guess. But I want to separate the two. I want to keep this channel. This is my main channel. This will always be my main channel. But I want to take the gaming and put it on its own channel. Start a gaming channel, then delete the gaming content on this. I don't know if I should say if, or if I should say when I get up to the point where I can start getting sponsorships and whatnot. Some companies may look down because I'm doing both on the same channel. So I'm thinking about starting a separate channel just for the gaming aspect of it, and leaving this one just for the tech. Like I said, a lot of the people that's coming in, they seem like they're coming in just for the tech, which the gaming side of it's doing alright. My live streams and whatnot's doing just as well as what this stream does. But I think I'm going to start a second channel for just the gaming aspect of it. I've tried keeping up with this channel as far as tech goes, along with the gaming. I'm just going to separate the two out from each other. I think that'd be a wise choice to do. But I'm having a hard time coming up with the name of a gaming channel. I want to stream to YouTube and to Twitch both. And I'm having a hard time coming up with a name. I'll come up with a name that's available on YouTube, ain't available on Twitch. Or it may be available on Twitch, but it ain't available on YouTube. If you guys have any suggestions on a decent name for a gaming channel for me, leave it in the comments below, or throw it over there in chat if you're live. But yeah, we got that coming up. I was going to actually order some computer components so I could have some extra content on the channel and whatnot, which I got a couple of videos I was working on this morning. They'll be coming up this week. But with the way everything's happening in this world right now, with this pandemic that's going on, it's hard to get any kind of computer components. Definitely ain't no way to get any kind of deals. Even eBay, you're paying way overpriced for what you should be paying for anything out there in the computer industry. Even buying new, prices has been jacked up so high it ain't funny. So I've been busting my brain about trying to come up with content. Like, I said just earlier, I want to do some of the more entry level for people that just getting into PC gaming and whatnot. I'm reaching out to you guys. If you have any suggestions on some video content for me, something you'd like to see, something you think people would be interested in watching, let me know in the comments below or throw it in chat, either way. I do have a video coming up this week. Little spoiler alert on the video, it's just more or less me reusing the ports that I've taken out of my system while upgrading to build a second system. It's just going to be a render system, for rendering out videos. I'm also have it on the network here in the house just to have mass storage. Just to be able to keep it away from my computer, you know what I mean. I do have that video coming up. I've been brainstorming quite a few ideas. Don't know how many will stick. I got 15 to 20 ideas. I don't know how many I'm going to actually do. It's more or less basic little stuff. But like I said, I'm going to see where it goes to. But I am asking to see if you guys have any suggestions or any ideas on content for the channel and what you'd like to see. Then again, the gaming channel, I'm going to separate my tech and my gaming away from each other. So if you have any ideas on a name for a gaming channel for me, I've tried quite a few of them, and it don't seem like the names I've been coming up with going to be available on Twitch and on YouTube both, which I like to have them both under the same name. Which, if you have subscribed to the channel for the gaming, I'm going to continue to do some streaming of the games to this channel until I get the other one set up. It may take a while by the time I come up with a name. By the time I get it registered with Twitch and take care of all the back end stuff, make the art for the channel and everything like that. Which, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been to the home page for the channel, I've changed the art on the background for this channel. Which, if I do the gaming channel, separate the two out, I won't have to redo it again. But I think it looks a lot better than what I did have for background art on the channel. But I think that's going to pretty well do it for today. Looks like I've been going for roughly 40 minutes or so, I guess. I'm going to get out of here. I got some more videos to finish up for the channel for this week coming up. I got to do some more brainstorming here to try to figure out stuff. Thank y'all that's watching me live. For you guys that watch this in the future or as a video, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Give me a thumbs down if you don't like it. There's that comment section, just like I did today. I go through them every weekend here on my live show. I'm going to continue to do this live show. But yeah, if you like to, there is links in the description below if you'd like to come over and follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I don't post a whole lot to them, but I do, whenever I get new products in or whatever, I'll put something up there. So I won't kill your inbox on them too. Sometimes I give you a sneak peek of videos that's coming up. I'll actually put a link to where you can actually watch them before they go live on YouTube. But with all that being said, you all be safe in the middle of this that's going on out here in this world. And y'all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.